Life is a constant battle. These ups and downs every day. There's people you look at, you think like, look, everything is going well in their lives. They having the best of time. But if you dig a bit deeper, they have different issues, different problems. So life, it's constantly evolving. Just like, just like the planet turns around and spins around, things will come and go. But if you want to change, if you're not happy with where you are, if you're not happy with how things are going in your life, just ask yourself this question: who am I right now? What must I change about myself for me to achieve the things I want in life? Change could mean taking away some bad habits and adding some good ones. It doesn't have to be gigantic. Change could be waking up extra half an hour and doing something. Change could be just being a bit more friendly to your work colleagues. You see, there are few indications to tell you if you are satisfied with where you are or not. Number one is, look around you. Is it overcrowded? Because they say to be at the bottom, you don't really have to do anything. Most of us at the bottom, we don't have to try. So if you want to get out from where you are, you have to start trying. You have to start learning new things. You have to start pushing yourself forward. Even after multiple failures, no one succeed, or very few people would succeed at the first try. So there's a lot of failures will come before you actually make it. But what separates you from those who quit is that ability to keep going day after day, bouncing back after each failure and preparing yourself as if nothing has happened. Because really nothing has happened. It's just an event. It happened in your past. Use it to prepare you for the better future. And remember, it's not just because it's the bottom you have to be there. To get out of where you are, you need discipline, commitment, and work ethics to get out of your comfort zone. Because what you have to realize is, no one grows in their comfort zone. No one becomes better by doing the same thing over and over. You have to look for more difficult tasks, something to push you, something, they say we thrive when we pressure ourselves. So you have to get into that place where you want to learn new things. You are forced to learn new things. That's how you grow. That's how you develop yourself. That's how you get out of the comfort zone. And number 5, the biggest enemy we have is ourselves. There's this prayer that says, it's not thy father, nor thy mother, nor thy brother, nor thy sister, but me, oh Lord, it is me. So if you can not overcome yourself, you definitely can't overcome the circumstances around you. Our environment has more power to shape us than we think. But first, you must have that inner spirit, that discipline, that self-commitment, that imposed discipline to keep pushing yourself. Without that, it is difficult to make it, especially if you haven't come from a history where people have been successful. And then remember, you are the major key. You are the producer, the writer, the director. You own the script to whatever is going on in your life and whatever is in your life. You are in control. You can decide the content you want to be seen, the content you want to write, the content you want to display. It's all in your hands. You could decide you're comfortable, you want to carry on what you're doing, or you want to make a change. They say only human can change how they are. A human can live this way 5 years and decide, I don't want to live that way anymore. I want to change. So remember, it's not too late for you to change. It's not too late for you to start. It's not too late for you to start learning new things. They say growth comes from education, because as human, when you get closer to something, you want something else. So that constant growth is what brings happiness. It's what brings fulfillment. It's what brings enrichment. So always force yourself, always impose yourself to learn, to grow, to become better than you were yesterday. And number 8, don't allow your past to hold you captive. Don't allow your past, to reflect on your future. Possibility, you are not who you were yesterday. You get a lot of people who are always trying to put you in the shoe you were a few years ago. That's not you. You've become something that you've developed, you've grown. You are now a new being. So use your past as a fuel, but never allow your past to hold you prison. And remember, if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. Growth comes through risk. Growth comes through overcoming. Growth comes through putting ourselves out there. If you're not willing to become a learner, if you're not willing to become a newbie, if you're not willing to become to overcome your fears, start something new, you can never grow. So be willing to be laughed at, to be willing to be mocked at. Jim Rohn calls them mockers and laughers. They will always be those people who they will do nothing in your life, but all they sit out is to comment on your failure, comment on your grammar, comment on your inabilities, comment on your commas and errors. But their life, nothing is going for them. So their fulfillment comes from trying to pull down, like they say, crab. They always at the bottom. They're at the bottom. They never want you to grow. So their whole life commitment is to keep you where they are, to drag you down, to become one of them. They say like it is crowded at the bottom. So don't be surprised. A lot of people who want company, they want to keep you there. So don't allow those people, the mockers, the laughers, the clowns, to keep you from starting a new dream. Because remember, it's only their opinion, and opinions are just the cheapest commodity on the planet, as they call it. Why? Because everyone has it freely, no one has to pay for it. And remember, it's not what you don't have, but what you think you need that keeps you from wherever you need to get to. So remember, progress brings happiness, fulfillment. When we're working towards something, we're more happier than sometimes even when we arrive there. So remember, always keep working on yourself, always keep growing, always keep developing, because what else is there if you can't be happy? What else is there if you can't grow? I remember having a conversation the other day with someone who says he's an adult now, all his mind are made up, all his commitment, he doesn't. I'm like thinking, how can you grow? How can you become something if you don't listen, if you don't learn from your environment? If you're saying all I've learned up to now is okay for me, I cannot become better. That's what he was actually saying to himself. He doesn't have the possibility of improving on himself. So always say to yourself, I am the better version of who I was. I am the best version of who I was. I am going to become better. Why? Because I am programmed to become the best in whatever I do. And that's the way you can become more than you were.